NASA was born in 1958, during a time of intense geopolitical tension. When the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world suddenly changed. America realized it wasn't just about science, it was about survival and pride. NASA emerged as a response, driven by urgency, pressure, and the desire to lead the world in space exploration. The early days were chaotic, but filled with determination. Engineers worked in rooms filled with slide rules and paper, building rockets with technology that seems primitive by today's standards. Yet these early pioneers laid the foundation for everything that came after. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy made a bold declaration. The United States would land a man on the moon before the decade ended. At that time, NASA had barely managed to send a human into space, but thousands of scientists, technicians, and astronauts stepped forward to achieve what many believed was impossible. The Apollo program was gigantic, bigger than any engineering project ever attempted. Along the way came tragedy. Apollo 1, where 3 astronauts lost their lives in a fire during a routine test. The program nearly shut down, but NASA learned, improved, and pushed forward. And on July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface and spoke words that echoed through history. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. What many people don't know is that Armstrong nearly died just months before the mission while training on the Lunar Landing Research Vehicle, which exploded after he ejected. This incident was kept quiet, but it shows how dangerous the journey really was. NASA's history is filled with lesser-known stories that reveal how risky space exploration truly is. Astronauts practice spacewalks in massive underwater tanks to simulate zero gravity, spending hours submerged, often dealing with dizziness and nausea. During the Gemini missions, astronauts faced unexpected challenges, including helmets fogging, suits overheating, and communication systems failing mid-spacewalk. Another hidden story is the creation of the Vomit Comet, a modified aircraft that simulates weightlessness by flying in steep parabolic arcs. Many astronauts could not complete a full session without getting sick. And then there's Apollo 13, the mission that almost became NASA's biggest disaster. A single explosion crippled the spacecraft, turning a routine moon mission into a life-or-death struggle. NASA engineers worked non-stop for days, creating makeshift solutions from limited materials. Against all odds, the crew returned home safely. These stories show that NASA's triumphs are built on resilience, innovation, and thousands of people refusing to give up. NASA is not just about space. Many technologies we use daily came from NASA research. Memory foam beds, NASA, scratch-resistant lenses, NASA, the cameras in our smartphones, based on NASA's miniature imaging sensors. NASA also monitors Earth's climate, tracks hurricanes, studies wildfires, and helps predict agricultural changes. One of the most surprising discoveries came from the Mars rover missions, evidence that liquid water once flowed on Mars. This means Mars may have supported life. The Voyager missions carried the golden record, a message from humanity to any civilization that might one day find it, now traveling billions of kilometers away. NASA today operates with a blend of advanced robotics, international partnerships, and cutting-edge science. The James Webb Space Telescope captures images of galaxies billions of years old, light older than our planet. The Perseverance rover explores Mars, collecting samples and studying its ancient riverbeds. NASA teams also track asteroids, protecting Earth from potential impacts. Meanwhile, the International Space Station continues to serve as a floating laboratory, offering insights into human biology, physics, and technology in microgravity. NASA's modern era is defined by global collaboration and missions that push far beyond the limits of previous decades. NASA is preparing for something bigger than anything in the past 50 years. The Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon, including the first woman and the first person of color. But this time, the goal is not just a visit, it's to build a long-term presence and prepare for Mars. The Lunar Gateway, a small space station orbiting the moon, will serve as a stepping stone. After that comes the biggest dream of all, sending humans to Mars. This mission could redefine our understanding of survival, technology, and life itself. Imagine the first footsteps on another planet, a moment that will change history forever. NASA's story is not just about rockets and astronauts. It is the story of humanity's desire to explore, to understand, and to expand what is possible. From the first steps on the moon to the images of distant galaxies, NASA reminds us that curiosity is powerful and that our greatest discoveries still lie ahead. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the journey has only just begun.